Hey everybody, and welcome to another unboxing. Now in this one, we'll be unboxing the new range from Army Painter. These are the historical paints. It's a part of the historical range that they're releasing. So far there are three boxes. There's the British, the American, and the German. And today we will be unboxing the World War II British paint set. So let's look at what's inside. First off, I want to say this is some really nice art we have as the box cover. It's got the different uniforms, to imply the different units that you might be able to paint with this paint set. I'm not so sure because I haven't looked inside proper. This paint set is authenticated by Dr. Stephen Bull. He's a World War II expert, former curator at the National Army Museum and Lancashire museums. Well, this basically makes the paints legit because he's got he's been consulted on the tones. This is very important to play guys who are playing historical. The historical miniature painter, for the newbies who do not know, are quite a bunch. The color of the uniforms are very important, and to have a proper expert consult on this makes the paint set legit, or the colors legit. Now they show a miniature here, but the miniature is not included, and this is just to show which part of the miniature has which color that goes on it. Okay, so this is interesting. I think this is an interesting set because usually for a lot of historical painters in my store choose Vallejo. So let's see whether this set has might entice the new historical painter, or to see whether the old historical painter will move over to this set. All right. So first off, we have the a basic painting guide, and this is all the war paints Fanatic that you can get. They are available. All right, and that's pretty much the catalog. And over here are the paints. It's a bit messed up, but we'll look at each paint on its own. All right, so let's have a look at the colors you'll get. First off, the most unique color in this set, or should I say, the color that is rebranded across across two sets with different names, and this is Command Red. Now, if you look over here, they've got this thing which I thought was very nice that Army Painter does. It says it matches pure red. So this is basically pure red, or it matches pure red. It basically is pure red, but it's named differently, which I thought was interesting. Why didn't they just name it, pure red? But okay, so you've got Command Red, which is a rename or reskin. Now you will notice that there are some colors which are different in this set, which they will put over here. It says here it's a unique color. So this color is unique to this set, which I thought was kind of interesting to have unique colors. So this color is basically not part of the overall Fanatic range, and this is basically unique to this set. So this is interesting, and this is the webbing khaki. Also, very quickly, if you do not know and you've been hidden under a rock somewhere in the painting world, these are all Fanatic formula, which basically means they have better coverage overall when it comes to painting. So the older wall paints are no longer a range. So now wall paints are called wall paints Fanatic. Then that's the standard. Another thing that's interesting about this set is this is a warm skin tone, and if you actually got the John Blanchet set or masterclass set, this will be familiar to you. And it says here it matches warm skin shade. So yeah, I like the fact that they do this. This is very very important for newbies. In fact, for even for guys who have been painting or using these paints for quite a while, it gives you an idea where the paints are in the whole color palette. Okay, the next bottle of paint we're gonna have a look at is this paint over here. This one's called Beret Maroon, and apparently this is a color that's unique to this set as well. It's a nice dark shade of red, which I think is interesting because if you compare that to pure red, let me see if we can get pure red right here. It's definitely another shade for you to work with. I'm not so sure how close this is to the darker reds they are in the range, but apparently this paint color is unique to this set. Alright, so this set has the khaki gradient for the uniform for the British, dark battle dress, middle battle dress, and light battle dress. So the colors right there. And what this is the triad that you can use to paint your uniforms. The American set has its own set of colors, or own triad of colors, and the German set has its own triad of colors. So these three can be mixed, or shaded upwards and shaded downwards to your liking when painting your miniatures. Right, so just like the three over there, this color is also a unique color to the British set. It's called webbing khaki, and most of these colors actually have a label on the side, so you'll know which one's unique and which one can be matched with another color. The skin tone on this set is basically fair skin, which is a very pinkish looking skin. Now if you own the previous skin tone set from Army Painter, which they released a while back, you can actually have a different kind of skin tone, so you don't have to use this skin tone per se. If you want a more bronzy looking skin tone, you can actually work with those, but the one you get in this set is fair skin, so it's more pinkish looking skin tone. The very popular mud spatter is part of this set, and I'm glad it is, because like I said, it's very very popular. Folks use it for all sort of things. It's interesting that they went with rust effect as part of the set as well. I suspect if you're painting infantry, you won't be using this so much, so maybe wet mud would have been better. But yeah, this is the effects paint that you get with this set, rust. In terms of tone, you get the brown tone right there, and then you have, let me see now, because there's a black tone, and then you have a military shade. These are basically your tone colors that you will have in the set. Now they have another one over here, which if you got the Jean Blanchet exclusive, you'll recognize this color. It's called the warm skin tone. As you can see here, it matches the warm skin shade. So these are the 4 shade colors that you have in the set. And then you have the usual colors, the blacks, the whites, the silver, and then you have British camel green, and then commando green. All these are the different ranges that you can use to paint your British force. Now the thing I must add that when you get this set, please note that although there's a slot for a brush here, you do not get a brush. We've been asked many times by our customers, you know, where's the brush? Do I get a brush? No, you don't get a brush. Also, the other thing that's also interesting is there is no miniature. I wish they got a miniature, because the box, let me see the box here very quick, shows a miniature, and because of that, you know, there's a sense of wanting a miniature. The painting guide is the other thing you get in the box. Now the painting guide is a standard Army Painter painting guide. Now what I would have liked is if they had a painting guide just for the historical set. While there is a guide right here, right, where the colors go, having a guide specifically for the historical set would have been extremely useful, especially to the newbie. I would assume that this set is great for newbies. Why do I say this? Is because for most of the veterans, they already have the colors that they prefer and the ranges that they prefer and the shades that they prefer. I mean, when it comes to historical, it's very difficult to latch on to one particular color that everybody can agree on. So because of that, I see this being more for the amateur or the newbie. And because of that, having a painting guide that's tailored to the newbie or the amateur is totally appreciated. Really, really appreciated. Why? Again, you want to get people into the game as soon as possible, and getting them in with a little bit of reference. In fact, I wouldn't have minded if if they had a little bit of like a background as well for the army or army set. Perhaps a page on the British Army and the British American Army and stuff like that, and then all of the colors on the different units on different pages. It will be about this thick as well, so I don't think there'll be much of a problem to add that in the next version if they intend to do it. Because like I said, this is perfect for newbies. I would definitely be pushing this to newbies because they want to start and they want to paint immediately. And the best way to do that is just get set with everything in it. Also, I wouldn't, like I said, they have a slot for a brush. Another brush would have been nice. The price would have gone up, but let me just say a miniature perhaps, a brush would really be nice. It'd be nice. I would totally appreciate that. So that's pretty much it. That is the World War II British paint set. Some interesting new shades, like berry maroon, as they're calling it here, and then all the shades which actually work in the set, right? So you got the tree for the triad, and then for the different uniform colors, and then you have the tones, the metallic, the black, the whites, and, the browns and stuff like that. All in all, it looks like a really nice set, but the proof is in the pudding, and until we put some paint on miniatures, we are not so sure how this will turn out. So hopefully that will be in another video. Now, if you like this unboxing, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to enjoy painting those figures.